culture reference. Sorry.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? So, real quick, thank you, Shane, because in case I did accidentally do two streams, Shane let me know, and a couple people DM me that there was two streams set up. I was going to try. So, StreamYard has this new feature where you can have portrait and landscape, and I didn't like the way it looked. Like it basically, so it kind of looks like if you don't know what that means, like one stream would look like it was in the YouTube Shorts format. So they both would be up, but yeah, I didn't like how it looked on StreamYards. And maybe I'll give it a try another time, but I just removed it today. I was like, I don't know about this because I guess it's to help reach like other audiences or whatever over on YouTube. But just regular old format right now. Also, we're also live on Kick as well. But what's up, everybody? How has your week been? Deranged Lunatic, hello. Hi, Shane. Good morning, Staccato. Andrew Thomas, Psychotic Mongoose, hello. And Zuru, Brandon Blair, MTV Steve. How's everyone doing? Hi, A2, Count D, AP, Tara Crystal. Good afternoon. Hi, Matthew. Chris over on Kick, hello. I think actually has been using the vertical for boarding roast. Yeah, I saw that. Um, and I was gonna give it a shot, but I don't know. And so yeah, it's for cell phone users. Okay, what's up, iCanalist? Ian says portraits is for phones and it looks awful. Well, thanks for the input. I'm glad I decided to remove it. I was gonna give it a shot, but I mean, if it doesn't really look that good, we'll just stick with the regular format. Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swift. Oh my goodness. Hello. Week is decent. Hello, Wallfish. You're not a fan of the other format? Okay. So I didn't like it because those of you who have been on like StreamYard, you know what it looks like from like my end. So there's my regular stream, and then the way it works when you have both of them is like on the other side, there's a little, portrait view, and I didn't like that. It didn't, or maybe no, that one's portrait. So I had to like I'm looking and trying to keep myself like in the camera, and I'm like, I move entirely too much to have like the way I am right now. It would have only showed like part of my face would have been cut off in the other one. So I was like, yeah, I'm removing that. No, thank you. Oh, thank you, Smart Review. Das Pooch, hello. Chrissy Mayer did that yesterday when she streamed to YouTube and Rumble. Not sure if it was by accident. One was portrait. I hate how it looks. It probably was on purpose because it gives you the option to either do one or the other or both. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try both. And yeah, I wasn't into it. Spider, yes, Wicked's World has been moved to noon on Thursdays now. Just a better time for me. And I apologize to anybody that's unable to catch it, but we still have Saucy at night. So anyone that likes the nighttime streams, there's that and the Vara and Virtue show. Uh yeah, good morning, Ken. Andrew says the shutdown is over. Wow, we can all rest now. Staccato says it looks lame. Well, I'm glad that you guys are giving me the input because I decided against it, and I guess that was a good choice. Yes, Mongoose is right. I'm too Italian for vertical. That's very true. And Staccato with 20 gifted memberships. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I always have a hard time getting my thumb in there. Thank you so much, Staccato. Uh, John Thomas, hello. And Mongoose, thank you for pinning my wish list over there on Kick. All right, so I guess we got topics that we can get into now. I'm only briefly going to touch on the Netflix Frankenstein because Vara and I actually reviewed it on our show last night. It's over on her channel, but I'm not sure if it's up yet. I'll have to check, but she will be clipping that out and putting it on her review channel if you just want to see that. I loved it. I really loved Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, but we'll get into that a little bit later. This news here, I want to start with something a little bit random. I saw this. When was this posted? It was on the 12th, which was yesterday. Okay. So if you guys know, you know that I'm a big fan of the Sons of Anarchy show. I mean, I loved it, when it aired, but It's not really I guess it's not one that I would rewatch a bunch. I could probably go back like in a couple years and I'll rewatch it again, but when it first aired, man, did I love Sons of Anarchy. So Jason Momoa will star in a new biker gang series, Nomad, for Apple TV. The series is co-created by Sons of Anarchy creator Kurt Sutter. I'm not surprised that he dived back into, the motorcycle stuff. He was doing the Mayans, which I will look into that in a second if that's still on. I know it lasted for a bit. Oh, Smart Review is Celluloid Dream? Okay. I was like, I wonder who that is because I'd never seen, like, the actual Smart Review name, but I remember Celluloid Dream. I remember Jay saying, "Sell you a dream" once, when he read your name. It was pretty funny. So it follows a warrior torn between two lives in the violent underworld of New Zealand's outlaw bikers. This this sounds kinda interesting. See, I wanna say that I'll check it out, but I don't have Apple TV, and I really don't wanna get Apple TV. I think I'm gonna have to get it for the new was it Vince Gilligan's show? Hold on, I'll pull it up in a minute. I have that, but, the creator of Breaking Bad and everything, I'm hearing rave reviews on his new show. So I'm tempted, but I'm so tired of having to pay for all these different services. I just canceled Peacock again. I've canceled it before and then bring it back, like, during spooky season to watch stuff, that they have on there. I pretty much only really use Prime and HBO Max, and then certain things that like when Netflix has like the Frankenstein movie and stuff, but I don't pay for that one. I got someone's password, so, that's fine fine with me. Um, but yeah, this seems interesting. I wanna watch it, so honestly, maybe I'll get rid of something that I'm paying for that I don't use right now, like, after I finish Tulsa King and I just knocked something over. Tulsa King and Mobland and all the stuff that I wanna watch on Paramount Plus. I don't really care about South Park. I haven't kept up with it. I this season has been such a disappointment, but once I catch up on my Paramount Plus stuff, maybe I'll get rid of Paramount Plus and that'll justify, you know what I mean? I got rid of Peacock and Paramount Plus, and then I'll get Apple TV for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I just wanna pay for all this stuff. Like, can we just get cable back at this point? Come on. Give me a package deal of everything. Anyways, what's up, Hazard? Athletically lazy. Good morning, everybody. Eugene. Apple Plus has great TV shows. Okay. I'm thinking about it. I just don't want to pay for anything, you know? I mean, not anything, but I'm just tired of paying for all these things. Luckily, I do have a few passwords like for Netflix and stuff, but I wonder when this is gonna air. Please hold. Nomad Apple Plus release date. I'm way behind. Like, I loved Tulsa King, and then I still haven't finished the season, but to be fair, I've been traveling and doing stuff. I've been busy, you know? Here, let's pull this over here. What do you mean you'll be redirected to the article? Skip ad what, there's ads now on articles? Okay, there we go. Goodness. Okay, so Jason Momoa, Sons of okay, make sure it's up. It is, okay. Jason Momoa, Sons of Anarchy, Kurt Sutter, and Chris Collins, rev New Zealand set outlaw biker series Nomad for Apple TV. Remember side note, remember when Kurt Sutter tried doing that, like, medieval show that did not take off? I forgot what it was called, but I wasn't into it. Um, oop. So here, let me, hide articles, please. Okay, they are writing the pilot, and the showrunner will be Collins, whose credits include John Wick Chapter 3, Sons of Anarchy, The Man in the High Castle, and The Wire. The episodes will be Sutter through Sutter Inc., Collins through Generator Entertainment, and Momoa and Brian Mendoza through their On the Rome banner. Okay. Let's skip through. I don't care what Momoa is coming off of. Well, Sutter never got to explore the formative Sons of Anarchy biker gang founder John Teller. Wait, hold on. Is he gonna be John Teller? Is this a prequel? That wasn't mentioned. Hold on. S John Teller putting him back on the bike in a drama set in a world that has hatched visceral films like Once We Were Warriors sounds pretty promising. No comment from Apple TV. Sutter is, repped by WME and Glender Kelly, Collins by UTA attorney Joel Kim, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's a bunch of stuff that I don't wanna talk about. So wait, like, it just skipped to that? It's just maybe they're just pointing out that he never got to explore it, so that's why he is doing another biker show. I don't know. I would actually be very interested in that, exploring John Teller and, young Gemma and everything. I mean, I don't know though, if Jason Momoa is gonna star in it, he doesn't really look like John Teller. They showed pictures of him, right? So they would have to get an actor that looks more like him. I don't know. I'm interested though. Regardless of what they're doing with the story, I'm interested to see what Kurt Sutter will bring back to, biker TV shows. I really like Sons of Anarchy. You guys know that because I've talked about how now I know Game of Thrones is HBO, so if you have cable, HBO is still cable, but at the time of Game of Thrones, I feel like at least the last few seasons, it was heavily people were just streaming it, right? They didn't actually have cable. So with that aside, I really think that Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy were the last 2 shows that people actually watched on cable. They DVR'd it and everyone, talked about it the next day, like, "Oh my gosh, you see what happened?" Like, I literally, like, removed people on Facebook at the time for spoiling endings for me because I would just be, like, mindlessly scrolling and not paying attention and seeing, like, "Oh my gosh, they killed so and so," and I'm like, "Darn it," and it was, like, someone that I wasn't, like, close with, right? I was like, I'm removing you, you ruined that episode for me." I was so invested in Sons of Anarchy. Ah, man, but the ending, still better ending than Game of Thrones, but, it's 12.99 a month, but it's a commercial free. Probably not. I would say it's probably, like, at least $5 more if you want commercial free, but you know what? I don't care. Guys, listen, hear me out. At least my generation, maybe the younger generation, like, Gen Z and Alpha are like, "No, I'm not doing this." But us, millennials, Gen Xers, and above, we grew up with commercial breaks. So I think it's okay to have like a 30-second or a 90-second commercial when you're watching a show. It's annoying for the movies. I get that does annoy me a little bit. But I won't pay extra for ad free because I'm like, I grew up in a time where, like, you refilled your cup or took a bathroom break during commercials, so we can handle 30 seconds, guys, okay? Trust me. Hear me out. Save some money. You're welcome. Okay, I missed a couple. Christian Rocker, thank you for the 199. Says, "Wicked, Christian Rocker." Thank you. Das Pooch says, "I'll never pay for Apple TV after what they did, with For All of Mankind, alternate timeline space, race, history, woke activist writing on Overdrive, barf." I never even heard of that. So, I'm not a fan of Apple. I'm one of those people where, all my not all my friends have iPhones, but it's kind of split these days. I Pixel is so much better, and you're not gonna convince me that it's not better than an iPhone. Like, the camera quality, when it updates, it actually updates instead of making your phone go slower or messing up. Like, I'm sorry, but when my phone updates, I'd like for it to work. I just never been an iPhone person. If Pixel went under, I probably would go back to maybe Samsung or something, I don't know, but I don't see Pixel going under because it's a very good phone. Breaking Bad blew up because of streaming. Well, it did on Netflix, but I had friends that were like, I knew so many people that were obsessed with it on TV first, but I caught up on Netflix, actually, so yes. Yeah, Sons of Anarchy prequel, interesting. If that is, they're not really giving us much, but I'm here for either of them. 'em. I'm here for either of them. What's up, Trey? What's up? Uh, Market Reality, thank you for the 20. Lurking while driving tax. Well, stay safe driving, Mark, and thank you so much. Sneaky Singy has been a member for 16 months and heart faces. What's up, Sneaky Singy? I hope you're doing well, and thank you for being a member. Uh, well, hi, Kings. Good to see you too. He's like, I'm bored. Might as well turn this chick on. Thanks, Kings. What's up, Mo? Pixel A series is great. That's what I have. Yep. They are great. They take even friends of mine with iPhones will be like, okay, let's see what picture comes out better when we take a picture. And they're like, all right, you win as usual. And I'm like, well, duh, because it's a Pixel. Android is the only way. Yeah. I'm just not an Apple fan. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Like maybe because I'm on the other side and I say that Pixel is better, but I actually think the phone hardware and all that is much better. But there's like it's like this the iPhone cult that are just like, "No, just no, absolutely not. iPhone is better." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever. If you like it when your phone updates, it doesn't work, that's on you, buddy. Whatever." Uh, I dropped iPhone for a Pixel 7 and I'll never go back. See? Trust me, okay? I know what I'm talking about, guys. Sometimes. Right now I do. I've never had an iPhone. I had Let's see, I can't remember. I think my first smartphone was one of the Galaxies, but before that, actually, I don't remember what it was called. It was this super cool, like, and I had like the best phone compared to my friends. This was like around BlackBerry time, I guess. Um, it was like this cute little red phone that had like if I it was one of the first probably phones that you could watch like YouTube videos on. And when you closed it, there was a screen on it. It was like this box like this. And when you closed it, you could watch videos on it. And it was really cool. I liked that cute little phone, and then I eventually got a BlackBerry, and I felt all, like, sophisticated because if you had a BlackBerry, you were fancy, but I worked in a restaurant in the kitchen, so I didn't have a very fancy job, but I had a good phone. Yeah, High Tide gets it. Android has always been better than iPhone. It is. I don't understand. I don't understand the iPhone love, but whatever. Okay, what is this? I got some, like, random stuff to pull up. Oh, okay. I wanna say I never had a sidekick. It wasn't a sidekick. When sidekicks were out, I don't even think I had a phone. Okay. So, Sherry O'Terry and Chris Elliott will return for Scary Movie 6. Listen, I wanna be excited for Scary Movie 6. I'll probably see it, but I heard that the Wayans brothers have gotten kind of woke, I guess. Like, I don't know. I haven't kept up with it to actually comment it like, on it myself, but I want it to be good. This made me happy because these were 2 of my favorite little, like, side characters. Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking of the scenes, like, Sherry O'Terry, when she's like, "You're on my foot." When he stepped on her foot, she's like, "What would she say to him?" She's like, "What do I say about stepping on my shoes?" He's like, "You don't step on Miss Gale's shoes because Gale's wears Prada." And then my strong hand, I still do this joke. I don't know if this is just, like, millennial humor, maybe Gen X too, but I use this quote all the time, like, "Use my strong hand." And we stuff in the turkey. Sorry. The second Scary Movie is actually my favorite one. The first one's good too, but I like the second one just a tiny bit more. Um, so I'm glad they're returning. Definitely gonna watch it. I hope it's good, but we'll see. We'll see. Because I didn't. When's the last one I watched? Scary Movie 4, possibly. Let's see. Scary Movie 4. And I spelled movie wrong. Good thing I'm not sharing the screen. Hey, OG's here. What's up, OG? How are you? I hope you're doing well. How are things over there in Cali? One of these days, I gotta get to Disneyland, and I need OG to be my tour guide. Someday. Someday. Okay, so Scary Movie 4 came out in 2006. I think oh, yeah, that was the one. Okay, that one was okay. I remember seeing that one. That was the one where she's talking to the little, like, Japanese kid, and they're just saying, like, random Japanese, like, products. I think that's the last one I watched. I don't know if I watched Scary Movie 5. What was that one? That one came out in 2013. Did I not watch that one? I didn't. Nope, I did not watch Scary Movie 5. Let's look up the Scary Movie ratings. Scary Movie ratings. That was War World Saw and Grudge, yeah. 5 didn't have Anna Faris. That could also be why I didn't watch that one. Just shows Scary Movie here. I wanted a list of all of them. Really? The first hold on, let me share this. I mean, I don't know why I ever act surprised with Rotten Tomatoes because, you know, I'm kinda surprised. I really liked Scary Movie. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have to just do it like this. Oh my god, can I freaking spell hello? Scary Movie 2. Get out of here. That one did even worse? How? What? This movie was freaking hilarious. How does it have a 13% and then 52? No, come on. That's even lower. I don't like humor, I guess. Scary Movie 3 got higher. All of them are like 54. for audience ratings. That scene was funny with Pamela Anderson. She's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" Her head fell off. "Are you okay?" 3, 4. That one they all got, like, the same rating. Okay, whatever. They've all got, like, the same ratings. Let's move on from Scary Movie. I was just curious to see what the ratings were. Uh, I'm curious to see what scary movies they'll parody next. Yeah. See, the thing is, it's what makes me nervous is these are supposed to be parody movies where they make fun of people, but comedy these days, people are so scared to actually make fun of anybody that they don't make fun of anyone, and it's boring. 3 yeah, 3 was okay. Don't trust Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, no, I don't. Um, oh my god, the running joke in Scary Movie 2 about the orangutan boobs was hilarious. I'm like, "I'm not reading out that number." Uh, I think they'll parody Halloween 2018, maybe, maybe. Yeah. Uh, alright, where do we wanna pop into now? Oh, yeah, here, since we were talking about, Vince Gilligan, I I'm gonna eventually get Apple TV, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until what is it? Pluribus, whatever. Whatever the show is called, I wanna see it. Now, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't matter, really. I mean, these 2 shows were great, so I believe the high scores, but, it's interesting that, his newest show has a little bit of a higher rating, and it's also I really did like Better Call Saul, but I'm a little, you know, surprised that it's a little bit higher than Breaking Bad. Uh, yeah. I wanna check this out. So, yeah, once because it's a weekly release for this one, and, yeah, once that's out, I'll get it. It's on Apple Plus, so just for this show, Vince brought me over to it, so we'll see. Also, I forgot to open up my Kick Chat Sends. Unfortunately, there's no Kick alerts on StreamYards. Maybe one day we'll get that. Just open up the dashboard, it'll show. Um oh, no, Ian's thing was yesterday, I got that, okay. Alright. You know what, I'm just getting some of the, like, weird not weird stuff out of the way, but I will be talking about the Mario trailer. I'm not gonna play the Toy Story 5 trailer because the whole thing has a song playing throughout all of it. I think it's Elton John. So it'll definitely get clipped and I'll have to remove it. So we'll just look at stills. I'm excited to talk about Frankenstein. Oscar Isaac, not as much, but because he's being a dummy. Did you guys hear about the Rocky movie that's coming out? The I Play Rocky. Here, let me pull this over here. So, where did my thing go? There it is. All right. Let me share it here. So, Anthony, Ippolito is gonna be playing Sylvester Stallone. Let me read a little, just overview on it. I Play Rocky is an upcoming American biographical drama film directed by Peter Farrelly from a screenplay written by Peter Gamble. Anthony Ippolito stars as Sylvester Stallone alongside Stephen James, and, a bunch of other people. So I guess I'm guessing this is just this film is about like a biography about actually Sylvester Stallone. I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on how he looks. I think he looks pretty good. Like they did a good job with him looking like a young Sylvester Stallone. So this is him transforms into Sylvester Stallone on the set of I Play Rocky. He looks tired there. I mean, not bad. Anthony Ippolito. He looks and it sounds familiar. What has he been in? I'll look this up. Anthony Ippolito, American actor. What has he been in? I actually don't know if I don't recognize any of these movies. Oh, he was in Pixels 2015, that's the only one. So he doesn't have a big, like, filmography or anything, so he's kind of, up and coming, I guess. Okay. I think it looks like him. I mean, I don't know. I would say this one right here doesn't. That's not a very, like, flattering shot, though. It's probably like a down and out because if you know the story of Sylvester Stallone, he had to sell his dog in order to get the script for Rocky out there, and then he ended up spending so much money to get his dog back, but how cute that he did. So this is probably what the heck is going on? StreamYards, like, I'm like, "Where's my face?" Everyone's been having issues with StreamYards lately, so it's not just me. Goodness gracious. Looks the part, but I stay away from docudramas. They're just Hollywood fiction of real events. I like some of them. I really love Rocket Man. The Bohemian Rhapsody was okay. What else? I just the Rocket Man was my favorite one because I liked the Elvis one too, the Baz Luhrmann one, because he goes out there. Like, you know what Baz Luhrmann's gonna do with it. He's gonna tell the story, but he's also gonna make it like, you know, like very just like almost like Broadway. I I loved Rocket Man. And Elvis was pretty good too. I heard the Bruce Springsteen one was really bad though. No, I'll probably hold off on that one. Yeah, see, as soon as I said that. We'll see though. I mean, I'm guessing Sylvester Stallone is attached to it in some way, like as a producer or something. So maybe it'll be good. I don't know. Oh yeah, that was great. Man on the Moon with Jim Carrey and Andy Kaufman. That was a very, very good movie. I remember after I watched that, I went back because my mom's boyfriend at the time, like, I was, still young and I watched it. My room at their house was right next to it was this, like, library of just all this old music and movies and TV shows, and he had all of the old Saturday Night Lives, so I went back and watched Andy Kaufman and Saturday Night Live, and it was pretty interesting. Carrie's a legit lunatic. Yeah, Hollywood will do that to you. That is a good movie. I remember hearing something about, I don't remember which music video it was that he did, but he had to, like, get back into character and it because he's a method actor, so he really, like, gets into those roles. I got a raid, Desiree hosted. Thank you, Des. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate that. And thank everyone for the follows. Got a couple follows over there on Kick. Hello. If anything, the Michael Jackson one will be bumping because the music is top tier. That's another reason why, yeah, like the music ones I like if I like the artist. So that's why I really enjoyed Rocket Man because I love Elton John. And I thought Taron Egerton did a good job. Like, yes, they beautified him a bit, right? Like Taron Egerton's a very good looking man, and Elton John did not look like that when he was younger. But and I prefer Hollywood doing that. I remember people complaining about that like back in the day a little bit like, "Oh, Hollywood beautifying everyone." But now look what they did. Are you guys happy, the ones that complained about it? Because now they're uglifying everybody. They went completely opposite direction. Anyways, let's watch the Super Mario trailer. I'm excited for this just because I liked the first one. I don't really care now them having Brie Larson as Rosalina. I don't care because you know what? They had Seth Rogen. They have Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, and that's the one that I'm mad about because Patrick Warburton should have been Donkey Kong, and I will stand by that forever. But here we go. Let's watch the Super Mario Galaxy trailer. Let me know. Make sure you guys can hear it. I keep trying to pause on the picture.
Trash.
Yeah, if this is gone when you guys are watching it live, that means I had to remove it because of Universal. I should have asked Vara because we watched this whole thing on her like our stream on her channel last night, and I don't know if it got removed. I whoop, hello. I loved the first one. And two things to remember. These movies are supposed to be made for kids, but I mean with the first one they did a good job having, something adults can enjoy too. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be good. I hope so. Because they're gonna be continuing like, in this universe. There's talks about a Yoshi movie in development. So, we'll see. I try not to judge too much over trailers, right? Because I especially appreciate when they don't show too much. So we're not seeing the whole, like, hero's journey that's most likely gonna be Mario because, I mean, hello, Super Mario Galaxy. Um, and the first, like, I wasn't I knew I figured I was gonna like it, but I really liked it. I seen that one a couple of times. I can't says, "My concern is that they're combining Galaxy with Sunshine, risk it ends up too busy and cluttered." I hope not. I understand that, though. I hope that they don't do that because, I mean, honestly, if they were gonna go that route, they could have just done 2 separate movies, but we'll see what they do with it. I'm excited. I'm also excited for this. Nintendo's developing a Yoshi movie. I think that'll be super cute if we get, like, a Yoshi's Island movie. Yes, please. I think that'd be adorable. So, I don't know. I Good movies for kids that are like actual family movies like the first Mario, I'm all for because so much just crap is coming out for kids. That's just not good. So, I'm okay with the Mario stuff. We'll see if they do anything else. I know it's the Mario cinematic universe pretty much. So we'll see. And again, I don't care. Like, listen, I think my honest opinion is that I don't think that, like, Brie Larson is gonna blow up this movie, that she's gonna go on, like, a press tour and say the wrong thing. I don't. Like, it's a kid's movie, it's just her voice. It's not like she's the face of it like she was for, like, the Captain Marvel movies, which I haven't watched any of them. I didn't watch the Marvels. I don't really care. Uh, could they have probably made a different choice, like a better choice for Rosalina? Sure, but it's just a voice at the end of the day. Her voice isn't annoying like Seth Rogen's, which is why I'm annoyed that Seth Rogen was chosen for Donkey Kong, but whatever, I deal with it. Donkey Kong is my favorite IP, Nintendo. That's why that upsets me, but this is cute that they're developing a Yoshi movies. I would love a Yoshi's Island movie, and that's probably what they're gonna do. They're gonna keep going. It's always gonna make money. I just hope that they continue with quality and they don't just dump slop out on us after a while because they just wanna make money. We'll see. Fingers crossed that that does not happen. Achilles Jones, thank you for the 5. Hey, Wicked, I still love that thumbnail of yours. Greetings from Germany. Thank you, Achilles. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's gonna stick for Wicked's role. I really like that one. I don't think it's gonna change. John Thomas, thank you for the 5. If you ever go blonde, you could totally pull off the Veronica Lake hair across the face look. Thank you, John. I don't think I'd ever go blonde because, well, 1, I like being brunette, but 2, if I went blonde, I would just kill my hair. When natural brunettes go blonde, man, they had to fry their hair in the process. And John Thomas, thank you for the 2. Fackham Hall looks good. Downtown Abbey satire. Oh, Downton Abbey. Oops, Downton Abbey satire. I've never watched that. Um, but I didn't even know that Fackham Hall was coming out. Thank you for that. Just no incessant baby Mario crying, please. Oh gosh, yeah. I remember that. I loved that game though. I really don't get the Brie Larson hate. She's not that bad as an actress. She's not. I know, like, I can't quote what it was that she said. She said something, um, like during her press tours. I don't know. I didn't watch them. So I don't really I remember hearing what they said, like what was said, like in little clips, but I can't recall right now. I just know people were saying, like, I said that there was no way that Brie was worse than Rachel Zegler, and some people were like, "Actually, I don't know." I'm like, "I don't know," because I didn't see it as much as Rachel, and I kinda stand by that still that, I don't know. I loved her in Scott Pilgrim. Envy Adams, great. So that's where I know Brie from the first I think that's the first that was most likely well, maybe her introduction to everybody because that was, like, the beginning for her, right? So that's the first movie I ever saw her in, and I like it. Uh I don't Bree said, "I don't need a 4-year-old white man to give me his opinion on" r was it Wrinkle in Time? Ah, okay. I knew it was something to do with white guys. And she had a minor redemption arc. Yeah, maybe she's gonna chill. I think it was, like, Grace Randolph, right, that said it. I don't follow her. I don't pay attention to her stuff. The only thing I ever see is because people I do follow retweet her, like, making fun of her, or, like, yesterday when Vara brought up that she had said that about Brie, that she's gonna tank. I don't think she's gonna tank the movie at all, to be honest. Uh, she didn't even say anything that bad. Like, yeah, it's annoying, but to compare her to the crap that Rachel Zegler said, I don't think so. I think Rachel Zegler was way worse in her interviews and everything, just way worse. So yeah, no, they're probably the movie isn't centered around Brie. Rosaline is kind of a side character in it. I'm assuming they had her in the trailer, yes, but I still think that the main character is going to be Mario. It's a Mario movie, so she's not gonna have that much, like they're not gonna have her saying too much, like, in the press junkets and everything, you know? And maybe she learned. I'm sure they're gonna tell her, like, "Hey, don't say anything stupid, please." And speaking of saying stupid stuff, Oscar Isaac coming off of this wonderful Frankenstein movie. Let me catch up on comments real quick. Nobody is beyond redemption. I think Brie learned her lesson. Yeah, I feel the same way, Mo. I agree with that. I think, she said something wrong and to just like drag her forever over that is a bit silly. Grace wanted the legless synth to get together with the gay predator. Oh my gosh. See, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the new Predator, but wow. So before we get into Oscar Isaac's Frankenstein movie, we're gonna talk about his stupid comments that he made, which this makes no sense, okay? You just did a fantastic movie with a great director that is going over so well, and what do? You decide to make a dumb comment. So, Oscar Isaac says he's currently not open to working with Disney. If they can kind of figure it out and, not succumb to fascism, that would be great. This is, replying to what happened with Jimmy Kimmel. His poor friend Jimmy Kimmel was suspended with pay for a whole week. So sad. I don't know how he will ever recover. Listen, don't let this idiot keep you from watching the Frankenstein movie because Guillermo del Toro did a fantastic job, okay? We're gonna get into that in a minute. Don't let this idiot ruin it for you because it was a good movie. It was a movie of the year for me. 10 out of 10. Absolutely loved it. But what a clown. You just did a fantastic and like, you know what? Where can I virtue signal here? Oh, yes. Maybe Disney just doesn't want to hire him right now. Maybe he's not, he did Moon Knight and I remember that going over kind of well. Like people at least thought that he did a good job in the role. He was fine as Poe, but freaking Disney Star Wars, please don't. No, thank you. And he did fantastic in Frankenstein. So what is your problem? Take a win, bro. Calm down. Not everything has to be some virtue signaling, wah wah, call the wambulance bullcrap. Your poor friend Jimmy Kimmel sucks and he's not funny. Okay, even his friends probably know that. They just don't want to admit it. Yeah. Moving forward to the wonderful Frankenstein. Now here, let me get this tab up and let me open up my review on Critic List because that's the only place that I review anything because what's the point of even going on Rotten Tomatoes? Except for to make fun of the silly reviews. Um, so this was my review. Oh, I got a thumbs down. Someone doesn't have taste. Just kidding. I don't really care. It's not scary A2. It's not. It's not scary at all. It's I won't even say it has, like, gory moments because it's not, like, gratuitous or overdone or anything. So, all right, I gave it 100% on Critic List because this was my favorite movie of the year. Kinda weirdly, I may scroll through. There was a couple reviews on here that were, like, really bad, and I was, like, confused because I just thought this was an absolutely beautiful movie, but hey, not everybody has the same taste. So, when I'm just kidding, like, coming at someone like, the thumbs down it, whatever. So for me, this is my review. For me, this is movie of the year. I loved it. It delivered a version of Frankenstein that is both visually stunning and deeply soul stirring. It was heartbreakingly beautiful. That's like if I describe this movie in one sentence, heartbreakingly beautiful. Two words, not even a sentence. Heartbreakingly beautiful. A true testament to Del Toro's passion for finding the humanity in the outcast and the monster in the man. Every frame feels like a painting full of texture and moody lighting. Oh, it was so well done. Watching it a few times, like the tower, which I will pull that up before we're done talking about it so you guys can see it. There's a scene with the tower and the snowfall, and I was like, I had to pause it and look at it because it was just so beautiful. Oh, great job. And then this as well, right here. Jacob Elordi spent up to 10 hours a day in the makeup chair for Frankenstein. That is such a lost art. Such a lost art. It's all CGI, all of it, and I miss when movies did this because it looked so realistic. 42 prosthetic pieces across his entire body, 14 pieces around his head and neck, and he'd sometimes arrive at midnight and stay up all night for makeup fitting. That is just here, I'll play a little clip of him just, like, kinda doing a bunch of things while he's getting his makeup on. I love this. We talked about this when Vara and I reviewed Fright Night, that, like, even, like, the gross effect like, it effects looked so real, like, stuff that wouldn't happen, like someone going from a werewolf into a human, like, just the way that they did it in Fright Night, and that was in the '80s, and it all looked so much better than a lot of the stuff does these days. Like, even CGI, the progression of it has gone backwards in the, recent years, and that doesn't make any sense to me, and it's so sad because I love this. I wanna learn how to do stuff like this one day. I don't know if for a career, maybe just like a side thing or just to have the knowledge to do this. I am so interested in learning special effects makeup. I've messed with it a little bit. I've done like, body paint. But one of these days when I'm not quite as busy, I am going to find where I can go and learn how to do special effects makeup because I've always been so interested in this. And it just it looks so good. Let me find um first off, I'm gonna go back to critic list for a second. Yeah, Hollywood has gotten lazy, very lazy. And we're gonna look at the reviews. I think overall it got rad, which I think it should be most excellent, but you know what? It's okay. This isn't for everybody. Not everybody likes, fantasy horror. We'll just scroll through. See, a lot of it was like I think most excellent and rad was like the majority, but a couple of the people putting that it was if you don't know like the critic list ratings, heinous is like really bad, bogus is like the next level up, and then decent, rad, most excellent. So I think there's like a couple boguses in here, and I think that is what, like, really watered it down. Heinous, I very much disagree with. I disagree with bogus and heinous. I don't know, but not everyone has a certain taste. It's fine. Like me, I gave I I don't remember. I don't remember if I think I gave K-pop Demon Hunters. I either gave it rad or like the low level of most excellent. I don't know. But still I'd give it like an 8 out of 10 and some people were like, "That's not high enough." And I'm like, "Oh, it's my opinion." So, I'm not gonna be mean to these people on here giving it, like, bogus and heinous, but you see what I mean? There's so many most excellence in here, so it if it wasn't for a few of those, like, low level reviews, this would have been rated higher. I highly suggest going to see this, getting this. I hope it comes out on Blu-ray. Um, I would love to get, like, some kind of collector's edition to this, loved it so much. This was the best movie that came out this year, in my opinion. Was that I don't know why I don't know why there was an Ashley Simpson video in there. I saw that too, Shane. It confused me a little bit, but, it is what it is. Um, what was I gonna oh, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get, like, a still 'cause Netflix I think sometimes it doesn't let you share. Like, I would just pull up Netflix and, like, share a still of the tower. Um, oh, they don't have this a snow still they don't have the one that I wanna show you, but it was a real tower. It's a Wallace Monument, that's what it's called? I'm looking it up, I'm trying to find I wanted the snow picture, but you guys are just gonna get this, I guess. So, it was in Scotland. Oh, Ian, go there and take a picture for me, please. I'm just kidding. Um, absolutely breathtaking, and this in the like, with the winter scented this was the one that I had to pause on with like, snowfall. Beautiful, beautiful. Uh, so yeah, that's my Frankenstein talk. I think if you're into, the classic monsters, like, any kinda, like, drama, fantasy, horror, check it out. Ian, thank you for that 50 pounds. I have two small quibbles with Frankenstein. The main one is how varied his strength is. One minute it takes him four punches to knock out a wolf, and the next he flicks a fully manned ship away with his pinky. I understand that. The way I would take that is he was still, like, in the beginning of his life during the wolf thing. Because I actually thought the same thing. I'm like, "Why didn't he just, like, punch through the wolf in that scene?" Which, oh my god, such a sad scene. I won't talk about it. I want you guys to see it first. It reminded me of the 1930s Frankenstein with his friend, except this one was way sadder. So the only way I would justify that is, that he was still learning how to handle himself. But if you do it that way, you would think if you go that route, you would think that maybe he was be even stronger in the beginning because he doesn't know how to control it. So I understand that. When he moved the ship, I was like, whoa, I didn't know he even had that amount of strength. So that's I would say those are justifiables. Ian. And Andrew, thank you for the 5. Hey to the nerdy mafia woman wicked. I really enjoyed the new Frankenstein movie. Both story and visuals were good. Agreed. I want the hardcover of the original Frankenstein book now because I've never read it, and I will just breeze right through that. I'm so interested in reading that and making the comparisons. Chris Nicholson, thank you for the 5. Have you ever seen the Kenneth Braun/Robert De Niro version of Frankenstein? That one is still the gold standard for me. No, I have not. I'll have to add that one to the list. I didn't even know that existed. Love the original 1930s Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. Me too. Me too. Yeah, you should give it a watch. Give it a watch. I think you'll be fine, A2. It's not too, like, scary or anything. I had my friend ask me, like, his wife isn't into, like, scary movies, and they wanted to check it out, and I'm like, "Yeah, no, totally fine. It's not scary. It's just very sad. It's heartbreakingly beautiful." That's how I describe it. And Ruddy, thank you for the 5. 10 hours already proved that men are built better for makeup. Sorry, girls, men do it better. I mean, when you look at stuff like that, you think of, like, Johnny Depp sitting in chairs for hours for some of his roles. So, um, yes. One more thing that I wanted to cover before we move on from the Frankenstein topic. Vara told me this last night, and it made me so sad because listen, Jacob Elordi did a fantastic job. Okay, he did good. He, did a good job portraying like the tenderness of the monster, right? But Andrew Garfield was supposed to play the monster in this movie. They even had like fitting for like the prosthetics and stuff already done. Yeah. So that bummed me out because say what you want about Andrew Garfield. I think he's a great actor. The Spider-Man movies, not my favorite, but even with the Spider-Man movies, his body language, like the way he acts with his body he does a really good job. So seeing him as the Frankenstein monster would have been like really cool. I would have loved that. That would have made me probably like the movie even more. So yeah, we lost out on that. Tara Crystal, thank you for the 2. Wicked, you got a Frankenstein book at your PO box. Really? Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, I'm excited. I have to make sure I take that out. I put it on my wish list and let me make sure I take that off. Thank you, Tara. Oh, hold on. I went to which one are you talking about? I can't list. The Robert De Niro one is very good. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I want to forget. I don't want to forget to take that off. I mean, hey, having 2 versions would be okay, but I don't like doing that because you guys are kind enough when you get stuff for me, so I don't need you to send doubles. Okay, deleted. Thank you, Tara. I can't wait. So I did get a notification that I had something at my PO box today, um, and I didn't get a chance to get there, so I will. You want a Jack Black as a monster? Hi, Todd. No, I am not a Garfield simp. I am a Toby simp. Get it right, okay? Oh, it's a nice hardcover version. Thank you. Oops, I just like highlighted everything here. Weird. There we go. Thank you. Okay, then I'll have to check that one out. And speaking of books, I don't know if Grabthar's Hammer is in here, but thank you for sending me one of my favorite books. So I never had the hardcover version of this. Ready Player One. If you have not read this book, you're missing out. I had the paperback version. And I lent it to a friend and I never ended up getting it back, which is okay because I read it like twice. And I love the movie too. And I always, you know, wanted to get the hardcover. And now I have it. Thank you, Grabthar. And one more thing, they were talking about stuff that was delivered. Wiley told me to open this up, right? Because he had something over this to like kind of protect it when I was showing off this really cool. This is a European version of Batman Returns, but he put like the American, like the real Blu-ray the real Blu-ray one that I could understand anyways, in there, but he just wanted me to have the cool case. I didn't see the back because it was covered. Look how cool that is. Very cool. I actually put the VHS up in my background. Things are gonna get moved around a little bit because 'cause I'm pulling down all my Christmas stuff, so, yeah, this is an extremely cool Blu-ray case, so thank you again. Oh, thank you, Tara. Well, you know what? I really appreciate that, and I will be reading it. So I moved the ducks in case you guys are wondering, I didn't get rid of the ducks. They're over there. I'm trying to move stuff now. That Spider-Man shelf will never be touched. That is gonna stay the same forever. Even Christmas. Maybe I'll get a little Christmas hat to put on Peter. But I did move you can't really see it, but the Batman Returns VHS is there. It looks cute next to Hook. Okay. I got this already. And John Thomas for 5. If you like Frankenstein, there's a 1970s TV movie miniseries that was fairly well. Really? I'm super interested. If you guys have any like, you know, I know I put them on the end. If you have any, suggestions or things that you think I might like, you can throw it in my Discord and I'll make sure I see it. I have like pop culture sections. I have a saucy Saturdays section if you guys like for stuff that you might want to see us cover. Same with my Vara and Virtue show. So it's in the Discord. And yes, I made sure I actually moved. I had Leon on the other side and I was like, wait, after I sat down in my chair, I had to get up and move him because I'm like, he's always gotta be watching. Frankenstein or Nosferatu. I still have to watch the Nosferatu remake. I know I'm behind, guys. I'm busy, man. I want to watch movies. I promise. I would go with Frankenstein. I really love the Frankenstein story, so I'm gonna go with Frankenstein on that one. Right. What do we have here? So, anybody in here playing it looks like Leon Duck is leaning over to angrily see over your shoulder. He is. He's making sure you guys are behaving yourself. I actually hold on. That reminds me. I forgot to save this. So that just reminded me. Mongoose made a very a very funny clip for me. And I actually forgot to save it. So we're gonna save it right now. And I'm gonna see if I can upload it. I should actually put this on the Bar and Virtue show as well. Let me upload it. Hold on. Please hold. Doing this live while you guys are watching. Hold on. It's loading. We got a new clip. Jump scare. Let me move that up. I'm going to use that more often. I definitely have to add that one to the Var and Virtue one as well. Todd's like, I ain't listening to no duck. Are you guys okay? Did it scare you? Good. Wake up. All right. Is anybody in the chat playing Arc Raiders at the moment? I'm very curious. Has sold over 4 million copies worldwide in just 2 weeks since release. Yes, the Duck of Judgment. I'm actually gonna start playing it. I don't know if it's gonna be my thing. I hope so, but I'm gonna play with Vara. I haven't played it yet. The colors. I hate that bright colors really just like put our minds there now. I don't blame you for that. But I'm interested. Been busy, but I think I'm going to play it tonight. Haven't tried it. Let me know what you think, Mo. So far, everyone I know that has played it loves it. All my I say IRL friends because it's my friends that like don't stream and aren't online. Arc Raiders, that's what they're all playing. Every time I look on Discord, boom. There's like 6 of them playing Arc Raiders. That's how it was with Silk Song as well. So yeah, good for them. 4 million copies. I just hope, as we talked about last night on Var and Virtue show, um, they already released like a DLC, I think, for it, which, that's great, but hopefully they continue that momentum because people are going to expect DLCs often because of that. And they did say they had 10 years worth of content, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be 10 years worth of content, like, that it's gonna go on for 10 years, you know what I mean? It could be 10 years worth of content, but depending on how often they release it, it could be, like, 2 years or 4 years, you know what I mean? We'll see. I hope this game succeeds. I'm pretty hesitant, um, playing these kinda games streaming, solely because people switch up and change, right? Like, I really liked Helldivers, but then my friends kind of, like, moved away from that, which is fine. There was that whole, like, drama with them too, all that crap that they did with Sony, so I understood that, and I was really getting into it, and then everyone stopped playing. So, I mean, the same thing happened to me with Sea of Thieves until I met my online crew. I used to play Sea of Thieves all the time off stream with friends when it first dropped, loved it. It was a completely different game back then. Honestly, I liked it better back then than I do now. I love the game, but the sweaties hadn't infiltrated yet. The Fortnite players hadn't infiltrated Sea of Thieves yet, so it was still like, um it was still more of like a pirate game because you didn't have everyone hopping around and just like people weren't so sweaty. Like, yes, people were still trying to like sink you and stuff, but it was so different. I was like extremely good at the game back when it first came out. And then admittedly I stopped playing it for like 2 years because my friends stopped playing it. And then I picked it back up with, streaming friends. But, that's why I stick to, like, story-driven games on stream, Dead by Daylight. It's not one of my favorite games, but I do think that there's a lot of silly moments that happen with Dead by Daylight, and that's something that I can play solo and switch between, um, you know, the killer and the survivor, which is why I play Dead by Daylight, but I even that, like, I take, like, months breaks with it. And that's the game that I started streaming in. Fun fact, if you didn't know that, when I started streaming, I was only on Twitch with gaming. Dead by Daylight was basically my main game. John, thank you for the 2. Name change, verily verily wicked. I like that. I can't play solo, Sea of Thieves solo, and nobody I know plays it, so I haven't played in years. Yeah, that's what happens. So I'm glad that I got my crew right. Like there's 5 of us, so, like, sometimes someone has to sit out or, like, a lot of times people aren't, like, available. I mean, technically there's 6 now because Mo plays with us sometimes too. I've tried watching streamers play. It's a boring watch, but it's probably much better to play. Oh, yeah, yeah, that probably I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a try, but I don't think it's gonna overcome me to where that's, like, the only game I play because I bounce around a lot, and I really enjoy doing story-driven games. So Arc Raiders, we'll see. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna, like, friend share because I don't wanna pay for it, especially if I don't like it. And DVD still scares me to this day. Uh, alright, so let's talk about the Toy Story 5. Not really the trailer, because I'm not gonna play that because it has a song that's gonna get me hit immediately probably. So, first look at Toy Story 5 in theaters on June 19th, 2026. We're getting Toy Story 5 before GTA 6. Shocking. Alright, so these are the pictures. Yeah, I think it's called Lily Pad, but it's basically like a leapfrog, um, tablet that I'm gonna guess that maybe they're making the villain. I don't think I watched Toy Story 4. Wait, hold on. I have to check. I know I seen 3. Toy Story 4. Nothing's beating the first one, man. I grew up on Toy Story, the first Toy Story, and I loved it. Okay, so Woody Buzz and the rest of the gang embark on a road trip with Bonnie and a new oh, yeah, nope, new toy named Forky, I did not watch that one. And thank you everybody for the follows over on Kick, and shout out again to Des for rating. You're so sweet. I don't know if she's still here, but thank you. I just want to check because Kick, I don't get some alerts. I get the messages in the chat, but I don't get alerts on StreamYards. But I don't know. I mean, I kinda stopped after 3 with Toy Story. I'm sure it's still doing well. Kids still like it. Will I go to theaters to see it? Probably not. Uh, I watched Toy Story 4 one time. It was blah. They should have stopped. You're missing absolutely nothing by not seeing Toy Story 4. That's what I've heard. That's what I heard. So I'm not, like, excited for it. I don't really care, but you know what? If the kiddies like it, good for them. I'm happy for the kids. Alright, what do we got here? Mm. So you guys know who Wendy Williams is, right? Wait, what? No, Mo, they made her gay? Or is it just, like, her look? I know they changed her look 'cause that's Woody's girl. Okay, Mo's telling a joke. I remember seeing how she looked, and I'm like, "What? She's supposed to be all girly and cute. She's little Bo Peep. What the heck?" Alright, so Wendy Williams' latest evaluation by a top neurologist shows no signs of, frontemporal dementia, according to TMZ. Her team is now moving to end her court-ordered guardianship. So, I'm gonna keep this Shane, sorry. I'll keep this short. I just find, I don't wanna say fascinating because it's messing with people's lives, right? But the, like, guardianships and conservatorships over these stars are just wild to me, and unless they're taken care of properly, but we've seen, like, the abuse that happened when on Britney Spears's, you know, her thing with her dad and all that. So, I followed this not quite as much as the conservatorship for Britney Spears. Now it's a guardianship, which is different. Wendy Williams, a talk show host, she isn't anymore. She hasn't for a while. They treat her criminally, something's obviously wrong, but isn't it her right to be crazy? So, I don't know the full details on Wendy Williams. I followed it a tiny bit, but, I seen, like, I think it was a TMZ video where she was out with her niece or something, and they were, like, trying to pull her back into, like, not actually pull her, but, like, it's like she got in trouble for going out to dinner with her niece, like, on her birthday or something like that, and she seemed very coherent and fine. Like, they were trying to paint the picture that she, I guess, had, like, dementia and she was unable to take care of herself, which I think was just like a ploy to take her money, which that's just so I hate what money does to people. Like these celebrities, and like you look at Britney Spears with the conservatorship. Like, how did her father become a millionaire? Like, that's the one thing that I always will always stand by. Yes, she needed help, but her family, unfortunately, was not the ones that were gonna help her. They just wanted her money. They started her young, she was, like, I don't know, like 10 or something like that with the Mickey Mouse Club, very young, 15 when she started Baby One More Time. She may have been 16 by the time the video was released, but she was 15 because I know chat argues with me on that sometimes. But it doesn't matter, 15, 16, still a child, um, when she was in the Baby One More Time video and everything. So, they started her very young making money, and her story, I think, is very tragic and sad. And you just gotta pray for people like that. But yeah, her father became a millionaire on that conservatorship, and I'm like, "What? If she was so just incapable of handling life, why were you putting her on TV shows and doing Vegas residencies and everything?" Yeah, insane. Yeah, she's Joan Rivers type, yeah. I never really got into, like, watching Wendy Williams, but I've seen clips, like, a couple of her clips, like, went viral and stuff because she was very, like, just, like, one of the girls, like, talking to you even if you were a guy. And GRP, thank you for the 10 kicks. Alright, moving on. Did you guys see this clip, where Cynthia Erivo just, like, goes full, like, bodyguard? It's not funny. I mean, it's scary when, like, a fan charges these people, right? But this was in Singapore. And a fan, let's see, what does the tweet say it? Cynthia Erivo protects Ariana Grande from somebody running onto the carpet at the Wicked for Good premiere in Singapore. It's very quick, but I just like you would expect the bodyguards, but I guess Cynthia was just there first. I don't know.
Oh my god! Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god!
She like
Oh my
was about to
god! Oh
snatch
my
him, and
god!
she's
Get
very
the hell off
tiny,
me!
so I'm not sure that Cynthia could have done much, but that stuff is like scary. Like I'm sure Ariana Grande got very scared in that moment. Like but yeah, Cynthia, she's right in there with the bodyguards. I don't like her as a person. I thought the Wicked movie was fine, but this I don't know, I just found this kinda interesting, I guess. I don't know. I'm kinda surprised that he got through security though. Yeah, they need better security. Like, what is going on with this? Like that people were, like, making fun of the Emaru I don't even know if I'm saying her name right, in TwitchCon thing, but I feel for her, I don't care, like, people were making comments like, "Oh, if they're putting themselves out there," like, no, if you're going to an event to meet your fans, you should be protected. Like, are you kidding me? No, don't just like, dumb it down like that, that's so rude. I didn't find the situation funny at all. That's very scary actually, but TwitchCon is probably gonna be done. Uh, I am not interested in going to any event like that, like, certain conventions, no. Other ones, yes, because they have high security, they make sure you don't get in there with anything, and, you know, uh, so ladies gotta be careful. I know, were they using Twitch security? Maybe. That's just crazy to me, like, that's Ariana Grande, like, arguably one of the biggest stars in the world, and someone got through, like, uh I don't know, like, where like, her bodyguards weren't even, like, near her, they were, like, off to the side. Usually bodyguards are, like, just boom, like, right around, like, gotta stay safe out there, my goodness. Moving forward to some news that I don't know how I feel about. John Carpenter was asked if The Thing 2 will ever happen. We're working on it now, we'll see. Ah, I I don't know how I feel about this. Like, The Thing is one of my favorite horror movies, so, you know, seeing a second one, if it's done properly, would be nice, but I don't think it's going to be. Oh, it looks like he talked about it here. I'm gonna have to reshare. Goodness gracious, John Carpenter's getting up there, man. Sorry, that's rude to say, but he is. Let's stop sharing. Yeah, see, uh, stop with the sequels, please, no. All right, so I'm not the only one that's kind of like iffy about that. Okay, let me share it with the audio. This is apparently what he had to say about it.
Make a sequel to The Thing. Has that been asked before?
We're working on it now. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Make a sequel.
Oh, all he said was, "I don't know, we'll see." He didn't really clarify it. And GRP, yeah, how can you top the first movie? The first one was excellent. It was a story that was told and doesn't need to be told again. So I don't want it. I felt the same way. Like, I was talking about, when they're saying that they're gonna bring back Pirates of the Caribbean, like, would I want it even if Johnny Depp was a part of it? No. No. I'd watch it if Johnny Depp was a part of it, but the stories have been told for Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. To be honest, people have been asking for a sequel since 1980 and the open ending. They did leave the ending very open to, like, okay, which one was it? But I think they need to just leave it alone. They're not gonna top it. They're not gonna add to the story, I don't think. So leave it alone. Okay, on have you guys seen, okay, two like little funny things that we're gonna move forward to now. Have you heard of the like, people are making fun of Meghan Markle uh for having like a hyena laugh? And sorry in advance, guys, but I had to hear it, so now you have to. So this is Meghan Markle celebrating a Dodgers win with Prince Harry and friend Kelly. Who is this weirdo over on Kick? Can one of my mods take care of this? I think it's a bot. It's a bot or a weirdo or both. So Meghan Markle celebrates Dodgers win with Prince Harry and friend Kelly. Yes, that is Meghan Markle's laugh. She sounds like a frickin' hyena. Well, congratulations, weirdo. Oh no, he didn't say hi to me. Let's report. Get a hobby. My gosh. Um, anyways, moving forward. Joke's on you. I just muted. Darn it. I'm gonna send it to you to edit for me. Yeah, that was a weird one. I gotta say hi to everybody. Internet is weird, man. She sounds like a dying koala. Yeah. So on to something actually funny. Hold on. I want to make sure it insert human reaction, Megan. Yeah, exactly. Okay. You know what? I think that was my first Karen over on Kick. Interesting. Anyways, okay, this is this guy's Michael Pavano, and I think he's pretty funny. He does like very good. If you probably have seen him doing like he does a lot of different celebrity reactions. Um he did some really funny Blake Lively ones. Harry, I know, like he doesn't even seem happy. He doesn't seem happy. It's kind of sad. Walk away for 1 second. Yeah, it's fine. Mongoose got an A2, so I didn't say hi to a weirdo, so I got reported for it apparently because Karen's got a Karen. I'm devastated right now, guys. No, I'm okay. So this is Sydney Sweeney in that GQ interview.
So this past year, you've gotten swept up in a world of politics.
I guess I have.
People have argued and said that artists shouldn't really bring politics into the equation.
I've literally never spoken about my personal life. I just did a jeans commercial.
Right. You've received a fair amount of backlash over that jeans commercial.
Yeah,
Were you surprised by the reaction?
they're jeans. I mean, they're just blue jeans. I like jeans. They're comfort. I don't know what else to say.
The president tweeted about the ad, which is a crazy moment. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
And you must have loved that though, right? The president standing behind you. You loved it, didn't you?
I don't know. I didn't really think about it. I was just working a lot.
Is there something maybe you want to say about the ad? Sydney Sweeney has great genes?
I think the ad spoke for itself.
I mean, we would really love to give you the opportunity to apologize, or even just say that you regret being you.
No.
No?
No.
Wow. Okay. No apology.
This is GQ, right? I mean, is this supposed to be a fashion magazine? Where you talk about guys that are sexy?
Can you just give me one soundbite that I can weaponize? Anything. Even a sigh that sounds elitist. I can work with a sigh.
No,
I think you should apologize.
I don't care.
Wow. Wow. Okay. You know what? I think it is insane how you just float through the world like this.
Do you want a hug?
Oh, you, you.
Yeah. Give me one sound. That's what it was though. That guy said everything we were thinking. And weirdly, he looked better with makeup and the wig on than the actual journalist. I'm sorry, that's kind of mean to say, but yeah, that was funny. That I got a good giggle out of that one. People are upset about her response, or just upset Sydney didn't take the bait. Yeah, absolutely. It's very weird. So I find myself sometimes on the other side of YouTube where people are trying to paint her as a bad person. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And apparently, not to spread more gossip, but I found this kind of funny. She's in the show Euphoria. That's what got her famous, right? And Zendaya's on it, whatever. And I think they just finished wrapping probably the final season. I don't know. It's okay. So Euphoria, if you don't know what it is, Jacob Elordi actually is also on it. The one that just did Frankenstein. They've all kind of blown up. So that's why I think the show is going to be done. But it's a very raunchy view into rich kids, high school kids that do drugs. It's pretty crazy. I've seen parts of it, and it's very heavy. So in it, her character, I guess kind of sleeps around a lot, but it's also has daddy issues. So whatever. I don't know. I can't really describe it because I don't know, but I've just know what I've seen from clips and everything. And there was a Zoom call maybe during the COVID times or something where the whole cast was on there talking, and someone said, do you think Tom Holland will ever come on Euphoria? Which no, I don't, because he's literally Spider-Man. He's got to be kid friendly, so he's not going to go on some heavily sexualized drug show that his fiance's on, right? And Sydney Sweeney in this says I don't remember the name of the town in the show. So she says the town's name. She's like, they could use Spider-Man, like, because it's like a hot mess over here. And people took that as, and they were like, everybody else in the Zoom call just went silent. And they didn't though. I'm like, what? And they tried saying that she like hit on Tom Holland or something. And I'm like, you guys are stretching. You're trying so hard to make her a villain. It's insane. Yeah, Tom Holland does look he's 14. Also, I said thank you earlier, Grabstar, but I'll say it again. I got this. I got the Ready Player One book. Thank you so much. One of my favorites. So happy to have it. I had the paperback years ago when it came out. I don't have that anymore, but I'm so happy to have the hardcover. Thank you. But yeah, it's insane. Maybe to just watch these people try so hard to paint someone in a certain light. We know like the left does that all the time, but it's like this she really just didn't do anything. And they're just hating her for I don't know. For not bending the knee, for not being what they want. I don't freaking know, man. Oh yeah, it's great. I even liked the movie. Some people didn't care for the movie, but I thought the movie was very well done. So with movies like this, you have your own picture of what it's gonna look like, right? Like if they bring it to the screen and do a live action of the book. So I think that's like a big reason why people are so, judgmental when their favorite book is turned into a movie or a TV show, right? Sometimes they really do butcher it. But I mean, with Ready Player One, I think they did a good job. I think Steven Spielberg was the perfect choice for this. You know, it's like a virtual world and everything. I don't want to ruin it for anyone who didn't see this or read the book. I highly suggest reading this book. Ready Player Two, not so much. I got about a quarter of the way through and it was garbage. I'll be honest. Ready Player Two was not good, but this one's very good. So you get an image of this world in your head, and when somebody takes it, puts it on screen, and it's not exactly what you pictured, you're not gonna like it. So that's why I feel for this movie in particular, there's some people who just like really didn't like it because it wasn't the way they wanted the adaptation to be. Um, yeah, it is what it is, though, right? Okay, so I want to see something really quick. I think we covered all the topics. I've been getting usually Wicked's World to go over 2 hours, but I guess maybe because it's oh, it looks like I got more packages at the PO box. Um, because I do it earlier now, I just get through the topics faster, and I appreciate it. I know like it went way down because I used to get like 200 of you guys or so. I appreciate everyone here now, but I used to get about that, and I know it's an earlier time, but this time works better for me with my schedule and everything. So I do appreciate those of you who were able to watch, and those of you watching it after. Hi, thanks. Um, but yeah, that's everything. What do I have going on? Today is Thursday. I may game tonight. If I have the time. Tomorrow, I think maybe Sea of Thieves. I know Kings wanted to play, so we'll see what's going on with that. I would like it if that maybe not every Friday, but like most Fridays, if we can get the crew together and do a Sea of Thieves stream because that's a lot of fun and I like that. Saturday, Saucy Saturdays. X-Ray is going to be away. So we have Kara joining us again. So it'll be me, Kara, and Disparu this Saturday. And that's it. That's all I got. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you later. Bye.